Hey guys, this is Brian. I just wanted to touch base with you all and introduce our new 4-H, Two Hearts YouTube channel. And I'm going to be posting videos, instructional videos, fishing videos, all kinds of fun stuff on the YouTube page. So make sure you check back, make sure you subscribe to it, make sure that you like it a lot. But the first video that I want to put up is a knot tying video. The Palomar knot is the knot that we learned about a week and a half ago in our first meeting. And I wanted to review how to tie it. So make sure, parents, make sure that your anglers get a little practice with this and some fishing line or any line type of material that you can get your hands on. The first knot that I'm going to show you is the Palomar knot, but I'm going to do it with string. I'm going to use string, and I'm going to use a big eye bolt right here just because it's larger and you can kind of get a better idea of how to see it. Okay, to tie the Palomar knot, we're going to take our hook and pretend that's a hook, the eye of a hook. And we're going to take our fishing line. All right, the first thing we do is I've got to pass my fishing line through the eye, and then I've got to pass it back through the same way that it came in. It's going to go back out, and as I pull it back through, that's going to create a loop. Okay, so you got one end that's got a loop, and you got one end that has no loop. Okay, so it's kind of like a snake in a way. Okay, the snake has got a head at this end and a tail at this end. So at this point, you can let the hook go, and it can just hang. What you're going to need to do is take the head and pass it over the tail and through, down through, to tie a knot. So you go over and you go through. You pull it a little bit tight, but not tighten it all the way. So the next thing that I do is I take this big loop that I still have, and I pass it over the tip of the hook, and I pull it all the way back up. Now, when I pull it all the way back up, I'm slowly going to tighten, okay? And as I slowly tighten, that's what's going to tighten the knot down. And there you have your knot. It's pretty easy to tie, just like that. I tighten it up, then I take this tag end, which is the end that is not going to tie to my fishing pole. And what I do is I just cut it to where I don't have very much left at all, and that gives you a nice tight knot. Now, here's how it's going to look when we use fishing line right here, and I've got a real hook. It's a little bit easier to tie with actual monofilament, the clear fishing line. So I take my hook, and for training purposes, I remove the barb, the point of the hook. So you see I've got the eye, and I've got the fishing line. I pass my fishing line through the eye, and then I go back through the same way that I came in. Okay, so I'll pass it through there, pull it out, and you'll see, just like with the rope, I've got two ends. I've got one end with the loop that's the head, and I got the other end that's the tail. So I can just let the hook go. I take the head and wrap it around the tail. So I wrap it around, and I wrap it through the big hole that I made, around and under and through, and then from this point, I pull tight. Okay, so as I pull tight, I'm not going to tighten it all the way, but I pull it a little bit tight. Then I pass the loop. I got the loop. I pass it over the tip of the hook. From this point, I can pull tight. And once I pull it tight, boom, there you go. You got your knot. You got your Palomar knot. Now, one thing that you can do a lot of times is to wet the knot a little bit. That way it'll slide a little easier, fix a little tighter. But at this point, once you got it tied, you see I got my tag end, I got my end that I'm not going to use anymore. So I take my clippers or whatever you want to use, and I can clip it, tighten it up, make sure it's nice and tight, and there you go. That's a good fishing knot that is going to be able to withstand a lot of pull from a fish, and it's a very simple knot. Once again, this is the Palomar knot. This is how to tie it. So I need you guys to practice, okay? Make sure that you practice. Make sure that you get lots of practice being able to tie that knot. Because whenever you want to switch out lures, if you want to switch out any baits or hooks, or if you get snagged and get your line broken, it all starts with being able to tie a knot and tie that knot to a hook. All right? Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you practice a lot, and we'll see you at our fishing trip.